This week, an inspirational State of the Union. First, on the 29th, Lieutenant General Thomas J. Jackson arrives in Fredericksburg with his force that came all the way from the valley. His forces are deployed further downstream to prevent any flanking from General Burnside's force. Throughout this week, Burnside received the rest of his bridges, but he is concerned about crossing. He has 120,000 men and his opponent's 78,000, but Lee has the high ground, entrenchments, and a river for Burnside to cross. The Army of the Potomac has artillery that can't reach Lee's position, but can repulse a counterattack. The Union in the East is in a peculiar position. Then there's the State of the Union as President Abraham Lincoln addresses the Congress.
This plan is recommended as a means, non-exclusion of, but additional to, all others for restoring and preserving the national authority throughout the Union. The subject is presented exclusively in its economical aspect. The plan would, I am confident, secure peace more speedily and maintain it more permanently than can be done by force alone, while all it would cost, considering amounts and manner of payment and times of payment, would be easier paid than will be the additional cost of the war if we rely solely upon force. It is much, very much, that would cost no blood at all. The plan is proposed as permanent constitutional law. It cannot become such without the concurrence of, first, 2/3 of Congress, and afterwards 3/4 of the states. The requisite 3/4 of the states will necessarily include 7 of the slave states. Their concurrence, if obtained, will give assurance of their severely adopting emancipation at no very distant day upon the new constitutional terms. This assurance would end the struggle now and save the Union forever. I do not forget the gravity which should characterize a paper addressed to the Congress of the nation by the Chief Magistrate of the nation. Nor do I forget that some of you are my seniors, nor that many of you have more experience than I in the conduct of public affairs. Yet, I trust that in view of the great responsibility resting upon me, you will perceive no want of respect to yourselves in any undue earnestness I may seem to display. Is it doubted, then, that the plan I propose, if adopted, would shorten the war, and thus lessen its expenditure of money and of blood? Is it doubted that I would restore the national authority and national prosperity, and perpetuate both indefinitely? Is it doubted that we here, Congress and Executive, can secure its adoption? Will not the good people respond to a united and earnest appeal from us? We can they, by any other means, so certainly or so speedily assure these vital objects? We can succeed only by concert. It is not, can any of us imagine better, but can we all do better? Object whatsoever is possible. Still the question recurs, can we do better? The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty. We must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, then we shall save our country. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We of this Congress and this administration will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one or another of us. The fiery trial through which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We say we are for the Union. The world will not forget that we say this. We know how to save the Union. The world knows we do know how to save it. We, even we here, hold the power and bear the responsibility. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free, honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope on earth. Other means may succeed. This could not fail. The way is plain, peaceful, generous, just. A way which, if followed, the world will forever applaud, and God must forever bless.
The complete end of slavery is not likely to happen at the present moment, but it is a continuation of the Emancipation Proclamation. A bold saying, especially as he admits it would require slave states. But why say it? I have no idea. And now, I would like to do something a little bit premature and a little bit late. Major General Fitz John Porter was arrested and relieved of command on November 25th. He has 2 charges against him: disobeying orders and misbehavior in front of the enemy. He is going to trial. Major General John Pope, after the disaster at Second Bull Run, was removed from the main army, disgraced, and moved all the way to Minnesota, where he's been doing nothing at all, but stew and try desperately to clear his name. He believes that Porter is responsible for the loss at Manassas and is unfit for duty, or, more likely, that he's a good person to blame his own failures on. They're going to trial, where a jury of generals will judge Porter and see who is really to blame for the defeat. It's really both. Then there are Sinkles. He's being slandered. We all know that he has never been promiscuous, despite his great showings of love. During this winter, where his lovely Teresa is away, there is speculation about dance sleeping with a New Jersey woman from an unsigned letter. Complete hogwash, I say. That's where the week ends, with Lincoln making a confusing move, and Burnside making none. The winter has frozen the action, and thank God for it. But it can't continue, can it? General Burnside only has the job because General McClellan didn't move enough for President Lincoln. He can't just stand still. As for Lincoln, he can stand still, especially after the 1862 election and midterms. But he isn't. What is going on with that? So many questions and no answers in sight. I would like to thank you for watching the video, since I assume you didn't just come to the ending for no reason. If you liked the video, please like it. If you want to tell me how much you like it, please comment. And if you want to see more videos to like, please subscribe and watch as I cover this war week by week. You should be seeing on the screen around now a playlist to check out all of 1862, a recommended video, which should be the Second Opium War, I believe, and a button to subscribe if the one down is not enough for you. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.